Buyers are flocking from truck-based SUVs to car-based crossovers. Honda's Pilot helped to define the segment. This new second generation gets a more buffed-up truck look.
The shape that holds the most stuff is usually a box. That's why you receive boxes in the mail. So it is a little bit boxy, but that's primarily because we were trying to build it around the interior experience.
Looks like Captain Kirk had a hand in designing the grille.
Just as before, this sport ute rides on the same architecture as the Odyssey minivan. The second generation Pilot here is now a little bit bigger, about 3 inches in length.
Families love the utility of these rigs, and the 8-passenger Pilot doesn't disappoint. Want to tow up to 4,500 pounds? Can do. Multiple storage cubbies? Check. Center console that holds 2 medium-sized squash? It's a long story, folks. Tech junkies will appreciate hands-free Bluetooth connection, the great sound system with XM radio, sophisticated satellite navigation,
and finally a backup camera, which you've just gotta love.
Personally, I prefer touchscreens to Honda's input method, but there is voice command. Pilot can interface with just about anything. There's an audio jack, AC outlet, and a USB port that provides iPod integration. Pilot's heated thrones are supportive. The passengers has a storage spot for more gourds. The green glass look is classy. Loads of buttons can be confusing. Materials that make up the bold instrument panel are of high quality, but this seam is very obvious, and the blackness seems to absorb all light. The second row will do just about anything an owner will ask of it, except keep the kids from arguing. This would take care of that, I suppose. Those in back have their own climate control, and organizing is simplified.
Access to the third row is easy. It is a bit of a step up, though. 3 children should be perfectly happy back here. 3 adults, well, they should be able to tolerate a trip across town, depending on how big and whiny they are.
Pilot's 250 horsepower V6 can run on either 3 or 4 cylinders to save fuel. The tranny is a 5-speed automatic with no manual shift mode. Pilot has mid-pack acceleration. The overall driving dynamic is classic Honda, a firm suspension with accurate linear steering. It rides high, so don't expect car-like handling. Road noise is on the average side. Its structure is rock solid and drum tight.
So this vehicle actually uses 52% of the body structure is built from high-strength steel, which is up quite a bit from the previous generation. And what that means is that we're able to use less steel in the body structure and achieve a higher body strength. So safety goes up, weight goes down.
Available all-wheel drive can tackle medium-duty off-roading. Even with the trick engine, Pilot's EPA fuel economy average of 18 is often 1 or 2 miles per gallon less than its competitors. With all seats up, there's still room for groceries. I'll use the squash gag one last time to show off the storage under the load floor.
Pilot's squared off shape should help it in the toilet paper trunk test. This is 18 packs, which represents the record currently held by Buick Enclave. Looks like we've got a tie. Let's see if the hatch closes. There you go.
Overall, Honda's new Pilot seems to be a slightly different animal, reaching out to buyers who love rugged trucks. Just cracking 40 grand for this top-of-the-line touring model, shoppers looking for a full-sized crossover should give Pilot a look. A few more things about Pilot before I go. The gauge design with needles behind the numbers is a unique touch. Parents will appreciate easy cleanup when things get sticky, and if you have kids, they will. The rear DVD entertainment system is geared to accommodate a lot of headphones in addition to the wireless units. Has anyone else noticed the resemblance to the Acura SLX from years past? If you remember, Honda got this trooper-based SUV and the Passport from Isuzu while they were developing their own utes. Here's Pilot in action at this year's Mudfest put on by the Northwest Auto Press Association, or NWAPA. It will tackle moderate off-road stuff easily. Most people aren't buying it to do stuff that this Range Rover with hill descent control is doing here. Pilot is handy, but in reality, nothing beats a minivan for everyday ease of use. I know the image conscious doesn't want to hear this, but it's true, folks. Resistance is futile. Honda makes an excellent van in the Odyssey for those looking to stay with the brand. That's my opinion on the Honda Pilot Touring. If you want a longer written review, go to the website www.nwcn.com/autos. And if you have a question about this or any other vehicle, there's a link to my email there. Feel free to write. That's Drive. I'm Tom Volk.